What's going on YouTube? John Reina is back with a video. It's been a couple months. I hope everybody's doing well out there. I have not been doing a whole lot. Actually, that's a lie. I've been working on a project here, a little out of my wheelhouse, I guess, if you want to say. But I think a lot of people may have gotten fueled by this. The ESPN 30 for 30, the long gone summer, the 98 season with McGuire and Sosa got me interested or revived my interest of that time period and the home run race. And I just, it just ignited my spark. So at this stage of the game, for Hall of Famers at least, I'm at a point where I have room for two more baseballs for my Hall of Fame case, and then I'm really running out of space. And those two baseballs I really want to save for something big. So I decided, what could I do with the space that I had, and something that's cost effective, that's fun, that's not gonna put me in debt like a Honus Wagner autograph or a Tris Speaker. So I figured, why not go with something that's fun, as I mentioned, sort of really sparked my interest in the hobby again. Why not go through players from the 80s, 90s, and steroid era? So as you can see, with a couple of the fake hypodermic needles on there, as a joke, I know some of these guys are great players, and some of these guys aren't even implicated. So this is 80s, 90s stars, and some steroid era players. So let's go through this case, what I have, see what you might think. And I had fun doing this project. I picked 25 players. I didn't really, choose, people based on a certain criteria per se. I just players that I felt were influential during that time, or I had a connection to in one way or another, or they did something historic, whether they hit a World Series walk-off home run, or they won a certain amount of Gold Gloves, or they're a great pitcher. So let me just go ahead and dive in here and kind of walk through who I picked. And as you can tell right on top, Mark McGuire, Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, A-Rod, Gary Sheffield, Roger the Rocket Clemens, Rafael Palmeiro, Jose Canseco with the grandfather of steroids inscription. I mean, you have to buy a ball with Canseco's autograph on it. You're going to get that inscription. Mr. Jason Giambi, Juan Gonzalez, Andy Pettit, Dante Bichette, Manny Ramirez, who has an awful signature. Now we're doing it like Dale Murphy, Fred McGriff. These guys are 80s and 90s stars. In no way, am I saying that these guys are implicated with any sort of steroids here. Omar Vizquel, Matt Williams. I chose Matt Williams because I remember just before the strike in '94, he was on pace to break the record at that point. And I'll tell you, I liked him, and I think if that season would have continued. You never know what would have happened with Matt. So then move on. Joe Carter, we all know what he did with Toronto in the World Series. Andrew Jones, right down here, underrated player in my opinion. Maglio Ordonez, Will the Thrill Clark, whose autograph looks like a 3-year-old signed it. Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly, Carlos Delgado, and Cecil Fielder, father of Prince. So I picked this, these 25 signatures. There's plenty of other names I could have picked, but I decided to go with these. It was fun for me. Players that I enjoyed, players that I grew up watching, players that were influential to that time period. So that's what I went with, and I hope you didn't mind the little steroid needles. That was kind of a fun little add-on. So. One other pickup that I'm happy to have purchased is down here, and if I can get the camera down here, and this is a 16 by 24 autographed the catch photo from the 54 World Series there. With Game 1, if I'm not mistaken. This photo I've been looking for a long time. The reason I had not picked one up is because the Say Hey hologram, which is down on the bottom left, has been forged, and there has been a lot of forgeries out there in regards to anything Willie Mays. Let me zoom out the camera here. Yeah. So there's been some issues with that, and I was very cautious and I was very careful in my methods as far as picking anything up. So what I ended up doing is I found one JSA authenticated at a reasonable price, and felt having that along with the Say Hey hologram was enough for me. So I picked that up, and signature looks good, checks out on my end. From here, that's it for now. I did pick up a few Topps Project 2020. My mistake. It was okay. I think I got caught up in the thrill, and everyone was turning such a big profit on it. I think there was a few of us that did that. So as you can see, I'm running out of space. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I really, really don't. I don't really have room for anything. There's 3 spots left for Hall of Famers in here, which will conclude my 4th Hall of Fame case. And I have a ball coming in, which I'll talk about later. We'll talk about some of the other pickups I had in here in a later video. At least with 2 baseballs left. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Suggestions are always appreciated. I know I talked to a few of you outside of the YouTube community on Facebook and whatnot, and chat about different things. So if you have suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate you watching my videos, and hopefully we'll see you guys in the next one. So I hope everyone's staying happy and healthy out there, and we'll talk to you guys later.